Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
Honestly Smartless. And each week we're just two dumb girls chatting away. How's it going?
Oh, it's so good.
Same.
It's fine.
I mean, it's whatever. Okay, well, let me bring you some joy. Okay, we'll start with a cute, cuddly critter. They'll raise. Oh, well, maybe I stole the ones that you were contributing.
Share them for us.
Oh, okay. So the first one we'll go with is Chloe, the re-adopted dog.
Uh-huh.
Nicole Grimes was reunited with her childhood dog, Chloe, nearly 8 years after her family gave up the dog for adoption. Nicole's grandmother originally gifted Chloe to her when she was 10, but the family had to rehome the dog for 4 years due to lifestyle changes. Years later, Nicole adopted an older dog through Facebook, only to discover that it was Chloe. Oh my God, that's amazing. I feel like Chloe was probably so pumped to see her human.
I hope so.
I hope so. I feel like they don't forget. She'd be like, "Who's this bitch? You give me away. Now I'm good enough for you?" She'd be like, "Bitch, I had a glow up when you were gone. What happened to your fugly face?"
No, I'm so happy. I really hope they're happy.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I feel like that is the best way to spend your years as a dog.
that's an incredible story.
I know.
I have something similar but different.
Okay.
So next week is my birthday. But this time of year, it becomes very nostalgic. Okay. So, what was the story? I was born.
Okay. This is where we're starting today.
Like, I knew something was off. Okay. I was born, my mother and father brought me home, and at the time, my parents had a little black toy poodle by the name of Russian.
Oh, Russian.
Yeah.
Interesting name.
So, Russian, I'm in my bassinet, or the carrier, whatever, and Russian got up close to smell me.
Oh, okay.
She thought the dog was going to bite me, so she gave the dog away the next day.
No. No. What? That ain't right.
But here's full circle. I was receiving a number of WhatsApps from my mom. She said, "Oh, I hope I meet Russian in heaven someday to apologize."
Oh, I hope she does apologize.
It's really a very happy story.
That is a happy story.
The fact that she acknowledged it. I love that for her. Don't you?
I love that for her.
I mean, we cannot do the fact that she made that choice, which was a bad.
Oh,
The fact that she recognized the food.
maybe she should have waited till the dog actually bit you. Maybe Russian is up there with what's the other dog's name that you had?
Baby.
Baby. Mm-hmm.
And my dad.
Uh-huh.
He loved those dogs.
Yeah, they're living their best life up there.
I know. Actually, they're like, no more.
We're good. You guys stay there. Stay put.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of like dying, I had an intrusive thought. My calf is so strained and it was so painful this morning when I was moving around and stretching in bed and my whole calf cramped up and then the pain went up to my hamstring and then I was like, oh my God, there's a blood clot traveling to my brain right now and I'm gonna have an aneurysm just laying here. I was like, is that okay? Like,
You want to call me?
no.
The fuck? I'm gonna die alone?
No, Austin was there.
You're not even gonna give me a heads up. I'm gonna get. Hey, buddy, what's your friend Austin? So I've got some sad news.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay just imploded.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, that'd be so wild if I just like died right now. And I'm like, well, I'll watch you from up above. I'll see what you're doing.
Well, what would I do if you died? Like, what?
You'd be thriving.
What would be the first shenanigan I would do?
You go hook up with your neighbor. Uh-huh.
You were right. That's right.
I know you.
We just take a moment. She got right.
First try.
You didn't even blink.
No.
Oh my God. So that we have recording, right?
Yeah.
God, I didn't see that. That's fun. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Not wrong.
It's not wrong.
I was thinking about that today on the walk. I was like, I hate you.
Yeah, but you also consciously made the decision to not
do anything. I
go see him.
I hate you. I'm ruined. Because there is an honest to God epidemic, and I'm concerned for men. Guys, what's wrong with you? By today's ick, it's a two-part story. It's a national epidemic, and it's an ick.
Go.
If you can't get it up, or you just skip it.
Well, maybe they think they can get it up, and then the time comes, and they're like, ugh.
Okay, it's so sad. I gotta tell you. It's such a bummer. And it's as awkward as having someone sing with a guitar.
Oh, that is so bad. Yikes. Big yikes.
Imagine what that looks
Ugh.
so.
You're like, where do I look now?
Because you're longingly trying to get that that engine running. You see the best version of them just before you're about to have sex, right? And if you're not, then like you definitely shouldn't be fishing with them. It's the moment you're kind of in love with the guy that you're about to hook up with. When they can't get it up, all of that goes away. You look at them differently, and it's sad. Like you're not trying to be, but it's just not a happy moment.
The illusion is shattered.
Well, what's getting sadder is that it's not one person anymore.
There's many.
There's many. So this is a pattern. So maybe it's not a personal thing, but whatever you're doing in your life is contributing to this.
I'm saying you have to skew 39 and under.
At least. Because I'm ready to do some damage.
Yeah, I know.
That over-the-counter pill.
Oh, yes.
Okay, every time I walk by to get tampons, because I'm lucky that I get to, let me rephrase that. I am lucky I get to buy tampons.
Congrats.
Another month. Nailed it. Actually, technically I didn't get nailed at all.
No. You're trying. No, get it up.
No, but here's the thing. Let's say something got serious in 2025. I'd have to go on birth control. Because I'm not that asshole who's 5 years from the end zone of never getting my period again, and then I get knocked up.
Yeah, and I won't be friends with you.
Oh my God, wouldn't you just be embarrassed?
Yeah. Feel like, oh, how's Chelsea doing? Well, she accidentally got pregnant. And they'd be like, accidentally? At this age, how do you accidentally get pregnant? That's the embarrassing part. Explaining that away. But you're in luck because there's something that you can buy now over the counter.
Yeah, at the grocery store.
Which is wild. It's the O pill, which is exactly just like that.
Oh.
I'm perplexed as to how it's available over the counter.
No.
It's a progesterone only pill. Is that why there's no estrogen in it? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I love that estrogen is illegal. Like that.
There's too much woman already going around.
You can't give it up for free.
You'll become too much estrogen. You're too powerful already. We're going to damper that down.
But estrogen, have at it. You can have whatever you want. You don't give a shit.
I know, but I guess I don't understand how it's available over the counter. You have to talk to a pharmacist to get Plan B. They don't just hand that out willy-nilly.
No, you don't have to talk to a pharmacist.
Oh, you don't?
No, you just buy it.
But isn't it behind the pharmacy counter?
No, man.
Oh.
It's right there.
Oh, I guess things have changed since the last time I've used it.
Yeah. I like to go packing just in case I'm lucky enough to have a wild and crazy night. Or you find vasectomies. Because, oh my God, that's awesome. But then you run into the original problem of never being able to get it up. So you're like, I got to go to the O pill.
Okay, but let's say for 2025, let's say you have a whole new roster lined up. and you have more plans like on multiple days of the week or once or twice a week, is that when you switch to the O pill instead of Plan B?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, good call.
Oh yeah, not using that
But like, when did they decide? When did they decide that we could get birth control over the counter? That's insane. My mind is blown. Yeah,
I feel like this is very European.
it is. That's why my mind is blown because we don't do anything European. We do everything in like the 18th century.
I'm glad that you're fired up about this.
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh my God. As a high school kid, this would have been very nice.
fair.
You know, because you have to send your boyfriend to go get condoms. What if I could just get birth control? That would have just really been a 1-2 punch to really make sure nothing happened.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
No. So why don't you risk getting pregnant? No, because then what are you going to do? Go to your mom and be like, can I get on birth control? Ew, no.
I know. The only reason I got on birth control is because I was on Accutane and you have to be on birth control.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Because if you have a baby while you're on Accutane, they come up fucked up.
Oh, wait. Same. With the medication that I'm currently on,
Mm-hmm.
if I got pregnant, they would also be the same kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I don't want to do that. They never repair it just right, do they?
No.
It never repairs well.
No.
That crevice must be so deep, like that valley, that they can't fix it.
Of a cleft lip is what we're talking about.
It's just such a drag.
I know. I don't know what happens there. I guess you're missing some tissue. So then they try to
Like fill it
in.
and then but it's always a little ragged.
Yeah. So that's how I ended up on birth control when I was 16.
Did you get off it ever?
No, but not it ever since. And now an IUD. That's why I can never not be on birth control. I don't know who I am without it.
Like, that's a fascinating thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just as bad as me and my medication.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
So nice they have customers for life.
They really do. I mean, they probably don't plan on you being on the pill for 15 years.
Oh, the hell they don't.
Maybe. Initially when I tried to get
15 years, it's like 30.
Right.
35. You get on birth control from the age of 15,
Mhm.
right? If you're a respectable young adult,
If you're hot in high school, you're getting on birth control at 15.
favor, there's no more stigma. Do the right thing.
Mhm.
Just get on it. Because you're literally on it until you're like 50.
Yeah, and the thing is that I tried to get an IUD after I was on it for 5 or 6 years maybe whenever I was in college. And they said, no, you can't have an IUD until you have a child. I'm like, well, I don't plan on having a child. And they're like, no, you have to have a child first and then we'll do it. Yeah, just arbitrary rules. Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What year was this?
I don't know, like 2015. Yes. Uh-huh.
Where was this?
In Wisconsin.
But I'm not going to chalk up all of Wisconsin to being dumb.
No, I guess it was maybe just a certain provider. Mm-hmm. I know. So I think that the things have changed so much.
People were like, oh, okay, go get knocked out. Just to come take your teeth. Did anybody take it?
I told you. I told you I really want an IUD. Now give me an abortion and stick an IUD in there.
I had to keep it. Okay, so Jimmy Carter was the president when I was born. Today, January 9th, we are laying him to rest because he died back in December.
Rip.
He was 100 years old. Whatever. He won a Nobel Peace Prize for doing stuff. He was the president.
Mhm.
Guess what?
What?
He felt me up.
Ooh. I bet you they didn't include that in his eulogy. What was the circumstance?
Well, so Jimmy Carter, he and his wife were here back in 2008 for the National Democratic Convention where they announced Barack Obama was going to run.
Oh.
Hillary was here. Jimmy Carter was at a friend of mine's restaurant. And they invited me to have a photo op with him.
Oh.
And it was me and my boyfriend at the time and because there's 4 people. So the picture went boy, girl, boy, girl. Good old Jimmy Carter reaches around and does a little like side move action.
Ooh.
Creepy ass hand kept coming forward to go like around. And I was like, oh,
Not Jimmy.
so, Mr. President, what are you doing? I was just like, oh, God. And again, right in that moment, you lose all respect for men.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if you, like, these are my new icks. Like, this sexual ick.
Eesh. I actually only know about Jimmy Carter is that he's 100 years old and he died and he rip and he won a Nobel Peace Prize. I heard he was the worst president ever.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was, yeah. Isn't that fun?
That's fun. And it's like, oh my God, he's such a big deal and he's the worst president ever. So,
You know,
I don't know.
I think we should revisit.
History can only tell.
Well, he was the worst president up until recently. But so they already got that nickname a while back. We're talking like, I knew it growing up that this was his, that he won that prize. Like in 8th grade, I won Biggest Flirt.
Interesting.
And his award was like worst president ever.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just get stuck with labeled with that. I don't think they mean it. If they could go back and redo it, I'm sure he wouldn't win that award anymore.
I don't know. I think
you can get hostages out.
I think once you get a nickname, you get a nickname.
I know, Biggest Flirt.
Yeah.
Although, is that nature versus nurture?
I literally cannot believe that you were named Biggest Flirt.
I so wish I had talked to you about this sooner. Why do you say that?
Because based on how I knew you back when we met, like, you cannot flirt at all.
Let me think about this. But I can.
I think now you can. Now it's more just like eye fucking. Aggressive eye fucking.
You're about twirling your hair.
And twirling your hair.
And it's so luxurious today because the color wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just don't see that for you being Biggest Flirt in 8th grade.
Oh my God, I love that. I wish I talked to you about it because I have felt like the scarlet letter A on my chest my entire life. Speaking of chest.
What? That would have been a great award to have. I got voted most laid back.
Oh, I would have given my left hand that.
Because I'm like, so cool.
Oh, that's the coolest thing ever. You know, Lindsay won the spelling bee award too.
Yep.
Mostly bad. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I should try to hard.
You should try harder to be more laid back.
I am working on it for 2025. Yeah. So why would you want Biggest Flirt? I hate it. I'm so embarrassed.
I don't know. I feel like that's being popular.
So I found myself wondering. I'm like, well, maybe I was destined to always be. Was I always like this? Was I a flirt when I came out of the womb?
I don't know.
Or is it just my personality?
I think it's just personality.
If you feel special, that's your problem. You misconstrue my niceness for wanting to hook up with you. So many people have.
Right.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Because, like, okay, your normal level of nice is not to be construed as flirting at all. Just normal, everyday, ho-hum, here we are. But when you're being extra nice to someone, and if it's a guy, you're like, oh my God. And you're like touching them and like twirling your hair and just like, this is amazing. You're amazing. Like, you're so funny. Oh my God. Of course they think you're flirting with them. Yeah, I would take it the wrong way too.
I wonder if I did that to Jimmy Carter.
Okay, let's talk about the Golden Globes and Nikki Glaser. I didn't personally watch the Golden Globes because I don't really care about award shows. But of all the clips that I saw of Nikki Glaser, she crushed it. And she looks amazing. And she had so many killer jokes. She only had maybe like one that wasn't laughed at. Let's see. The Challenger movie was more sexually charged than Diddy's credit card. And she's like, and the after party won't be as good as this year. She's like, you know what? There's no baby oil to go around. An olive oil party with Stanley Tucci doesn't have the same ring to it. And people were like, ooh, too close to rape.
If Hollywood cared about rape and acting, they would remove all of their couches.
I know.
You would have standing desks.
You would have glass doors and windows and...
Yeah, you would like have meetings in cafeterias.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very basic.
Mm-hmm.
So don't pretend like you care. It's just like, I want to be a writer for Nikki.
I like that.
I like that for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're doing it together.
Yes, we are.
So I'm working on something that's like, I've been sitting in my uncle's lap for my whole life. Like, what's the big deal? I don't know. I want to be more like her.
I know. I feel like Nikki Glaser, Hannah Berner, you. Mm-hmm.
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Oh my God. I feel so loved today.
Good. I feel like that's the trajectory.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't so heavily medicated. I cried. That was so nice.
You're welcome. Also, at the Golden Globes, we get a lot of Kieran Culkin.
God, I love him. I love him so much. I was just thinking I went for a walk today, like you, because I want to do that.
Yeah.
I walked with the donut. But whatever, that's not the point.
It's fine.
I was thinking about it. Kieran Culkin is my spirit animal.
I see that for you.
I love that man.
I see that for you because he really just says whatever comes to mind. And what clip did you send me? I mean, you sent me a lot, but the last one I saw was him calling out someone for being a Sagittarius. And he was like, I don't even believe in astrology. He's like, but you just called me a Sagittarius. And Kieran's like, yeah, because it's a funny word. That's why.
Libra's not funny.
No.
Okay, I don't know if I sent you this one. It was probably in the very beginning. So, what's the name of their movie? Okay, well, Lindsay, our producer, will get right back to that now. Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg were in a movie together. Jesse stars and directs the movie.
It is called A Real Pain.
I don't know what it's about. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to. But they're doing all the media tours now. When they're interviewed and they're asked stupid questions. But Kieran's like, yeah, turns out Jesse over here hired me without seeing me act in anything.
Oh, wow.
And Jesse's like, yeah, I don't like to watch things and I don't like to participate in like the mass media. And he's like, I just like the essence of you.
I would love to get hired just based on the essence of me.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, this is my guy.
Uh-huh.
I believe in my heart. I should just be hired based on essence.
Yes.
I'm an essence kind of gal. I can do it.
What are your skills? I bring essence to the table.
You're looking at it.
I love that.
Oh my God, I gotta find you that. He was hired on his essence. And it sounds like such a boss babe manifestation, like rose-colored kind of thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was hired based on my essence, but the fact that a man said it to another man, I'm like, fuck yeah. It's a real thing then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're saying that, they're probably actually using that word in Hollywood.
I also just had a funny thought that Jesse Eisenberg is a kooky man.
I bet I could identify with him too.
Yes, you could. So he would hire off of essence because he's just going off of vibes and good feels.
And those two were not the same person. Like, they didn't get along. Jesse was surprised that they didn't have more in common. And that, it sounds like Jesse was really challenged a number of times, maybe on the spectrum. Kieran would show up late and like, do you have your lines? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And I'm like, I want to be this guy. Again, I want to win the award for most laid back.
That's why I like Kieran. He is very laid back. He's just like, yeah, I got my lines memorized, whatever. It's all good. I can make it up and it's better than what you wrote. Uh-huh.
He has BDE, and I was just like...
The last thing I saw Macaulay Culkin in is that weird-ass Kim Kardashian Santa baby video.
Oh, just this last?
Yeah.
I actually didn't see that.
Oh my God, it's disturbing.
Okay, I'm gonna opt out.
You do not watch it.
People are saying not great things about it.
I just don't understand why she made it, and I don't understand the concept behind it. It's like she's in a crack house crawling around on the floor. and then, and then Macaulay is at the end of the video just sitting in a chair in a Santa suit.
Or something raunchy.
It was just, the whole thing was like dirty, and I felt dirtier after watching it. I don't know.
I wish she would let us know why she does some of the fucked up things. Like, give us an Easter egg. At least Taylor Swift kind of like...
A new season of the Kardashians is coming out soon.
Is not going to talk about why she made that video.
No.
Who cast Macaulay Culkin? Oh, because he's Christmas.
Oh, I guess.
He represents Christmas.
Oh, I don't have that connection. I actually didn't even think Home Alone was a Christmas movie. Speaking of another Kardashian / Jenner, Kylie and Timothy Chalamet. Okay, I saw a picture.
So proud to be with him.
She's so proud to be with him. She looks stunning. She looks, oh my God, she looks so good. Mm-hmm. And she looked more natural, less makeup.
You could just reduce that BBL
just a smidge. Uh-huh.
I'll keep like the train portion in the back.
Right.
Would narrow the head.
Mm-hmm. But to see a photo of her and Timothy Chalamet kissing, ugh,
not great.
Yikes.
Not great.
Not great at all. It's like kissing a child.
Okay, well, ugh. That's bad.
That's what it looks like, because he has a very childlike face. So little.
I do wonder if I could get past that, would I like hooking up with him?
Ugh. No, I don't see how you could like hooking up with someone who's so tiny.
I don't. It's not my jam.
No.
I can't do it. I mean, I did it that one time, and he wasn't even that tiny, but I was just like, this is compromising all of my values.
This is bringing down the hotness scale of everyone that I've hooked up with, so we're going to have to give you the boot.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. Because, you know, how many are really well endowed then?
Probably not many. He must be, though, if Kylie's still with him. What's going on there? Well, let me tell you what else I've been watching. The Jerry Springer documentary.
I love that you're taking a stroll down my existence.
Yes, I am.
You could have asked me directly.
Well, these things didn't come to mind until I see them as a documentary on Netflix.
It's not even like that much of a documentary. It's just like, oh yeah, this happened. But, you know, they make a documentary, put it on Netflix, and it's like, oh my God.
All these people coming out of the woodwork being like, this was crazy. The essence of Jerry Springer, in my mind, is he was on After School, I think, maybe. I'm not really sure.
The show,
the Jerry Springer show. I don't really think I ever watched an episode.
Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like you. You were too young.
Yeah.
You were too young to watch it.
It
came out when I was like, what year did it come out? 94?
Yeah, something like that. But it was on until like 2015 or something.
I just don't feel like you were watching it.
No. But I knew the premise of the show was that guests came on and fights broke out, and it was crazy. But while I'm watching the Jerry Springer documentary, first they bring, like, the first big deal story that they talk about is when there's a lady that comes on to confront her ex-husband and his mistress. And she's like, I slept with my ex-husband last night. And the mistress is like, no, you did not. And they go into like this big fight. But the wife was like, I want none of this. So I'm just going to leave the show. So it turns out after the show, ex-husband, mistress, I think like murder the ex-wife. I'm watching this documentary about the Jerry Springer show. This is my reaction. What? Oh my God. Oh, yuck. Like, oh my God. The thing that was so fucked up was the man who brought his horse that he married onto the show.
Everything was fake.
But the fact that they
were allowing
yes.
Did he really say I fuck her?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
make out, and I was like, Lindsay's gonna have a hate. You know how strong that tongue is.
Ugh. Oh, that horse is jamming that tongue all over him.
Horse.
It was a mini horse, and then I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for the mini horse.
There's no way he's having sex.
I don't know, but that was appalling. That episode only aired in New York area, and then it was banned from the rest of the country.
I do have a compass.
Yeah, after everyone was like, what the fuck? Bestiality crosses the line. Incest, fine. KKK, sure. Why not?
KKK.
All the time. But
It's because it drives numbers.
it does.
We've been a racist country. I know.
I guess I was just astonished at the things that were on the Jerry Springer show. But it's all very produced. You know, like that the producers backstage. Let's say me and you were going on for some reason. They're backstage hyping you up and be like, isn't she such a fucking bitch? Aren't you angry at her? Isn't she like terrible? Like they get you all riled up. So then when you're on stage, they're like, this is what you're going to say. So I guess it's reality TV before we even had reality TV.
Oh, before you had reality TV.
Before I knew what reality TV was. Mm-hmm.
They just didn't debut it. They didn't label it as reality TV.
Yeah. So that,
I think that it was
Mhm.
The Godfather. Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
You're absolutely right.
so yeah, that's wild. I literally can't believe it.
Really? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
trash. You would watch it and you're like, this is bananas. It's stressful too, because they were always fighting.
Right. Mhm. And
It is cringe.
it's so cringe.
Cops was another one. Right. Exactly. 100%. That's what it was like back then.
Huh.
Oh.
I don't know.
Everything was like sad and gray. It was a little aggressive.
Yeah, why was everyone so angry?
We were, yeah, we were just, and we were still getting beat in our childhood,
Mhm.
and we had no outlet. I don't know what kind of outlets you kids have today, but I felt like we didn't have the same. We had a lot more freedom, but we were an angry bunch. We were still kind of getting. It was like woke parenting didn't happen quite yet.
Oh. Well, I still feel like there's enough anger to go around if Jerry Springer show wanted to reboot with a new host.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you could have it like on Netflix.
I know. Please don't make that show, anybody, because I don't think we need that.
Kingmaker, I don't know. That's like a very good idea. For as much as you didn't like it, you just suggested a reboot.
Well, if someone wants to make money, let me tell you. Yeah.
Let me us. All right.
Let me just tell you one other thing that I've been watching. Michaela Nagira on TikTok. Michaela is a TikTok influencer. She is known for her makeup. She does a lot of looks. And
she's got this strong Boston accent, and I fell in love with her like a lot of people did back in 2020 when TikTok was a savior. And she was this chubby girl who did makeup in front of the camera, and she brushed it. So it would always start off just regular, and then she put on, and she was like a beautiful glamour. Over the years, she's so endearing, right? And she's and with this sharp accent, because like her cute little face and the voice that comes out of it, it's just like that's a little jarring. But over the years, other people, and by that I mean 16 million people follow her, right? She's on. She's lost a lot of weight. She's gotten married. I mean, like we have witnessed her glow up the last 5 years now. A lot of us in the world are invested in her and her well-being, right? And she's known for being just so transparent.
however, at this moment, she is now coming on camera and crying. I've been crying all day. Life is so tough. It might look like everything is great on the outside. I'm very successful, but my personal life is ruined and I can't talk about it. I can't tell you what's going on, but it's been so hard. It's been a very bad year, but I'm not going to tell you. And this has been going on for weeks.
It's driving me fucking crazy. I'm really not down with this. And here's what I got to say. It is clickbait. And it's the lowest common denominator to get attention. You're spreading negativity, perpetuating a very low vibration with 16 million people. Please stop doing what you're doing. And I mean this in all sincerity, because your people want to support you, but you're leaving us in the lurch. And you either need to seek help or seek solace in the people that love you the most, or just stop talking about it.
Right. If you were so transparent about everything before, why stop now? Or just don't bring it up. I'd rather just you not tell us anything and then one day be like, bam, this is what's been happening.
Right. Stop breadcrumbing negativity. Because you may think, Chelsea, you're overreacting. I don't believe that I am, and here's why. So every other post, oh, you guys, I've been crying all day, and you just don't understand. I mean, if you knew, you would understand, but this has been the hardest year. Now, to hear that over and over again brings you down. TikTok, and especially Michaela, has always brought us up, right? She's a big champion of everything. So now she's peddling negativity and low vibrational stuff. And again, because she's got 16 million followers, now her followers, who have a lot of followers, are repeating the same negativity. So now you've got disciples who are spreading your negative message. And it's like, stop. You're using your platform for bad right now. Historically, you've always used your platform for good. Please change your tune.
I also feel like she's afraid to get hate based on whatever she's going through. But by doing this negative narrative all the time, she's perpetuating more hate coming at her because we're like, just get on with it. Okay. So she's bringing more upon herself.
100%. Mm-hmm. Agreed more. And now's not a time for us to be exchanging currency and hate. I feel like now is not a great time.
No, not the time.
You could just put that on ice. Or quit bitching and get to those shits some help. Like, use a journal, meditate. I mean, we all go through shit. You're just being kind of white. And I don't love it. I don't want you to hurt anymore, but knock it off. Like, if I came on here every week and was like, nobody's going to want to listen to it. I mean, I kind of do, but at least I'm super transparent.
I know. We know everything.
I have to wait till Lindsay dies to see my neighbor again. And that's sad. He is not broken.
He is, though.
Yeah, no.
Like, literally broken.
Yeah. It will be.
Can't
hate a girl. Oh, somebody I was walking today in my new ski jacket. Because you didn't ask, I'm not really buying anything, right? But the thing I did buy that's really made an impact in my life is the ski jacket that I was gifted. It's fucking dope. We've been talking about it now for a minute. So I'm wearing it as I'm walking back from Starbucks, and I hear, nice jacket.
Ooh.
This guy in a Subaru took the time to roll his window down, and like from the stop sign across the street, nice jacket. He's like, it just looks really sharp. It really pops. To which I raised my Starbucks and was like, cheers. Awesome.
Like, I know.
Does that mean you can't brush off a fan? Yesterday, I had coffee with a friend. She's a new friend. She's an unexpected friend. And I get my sights a little too high. Like, I get excited. Oh, Hedman Harry's back, by the way.
I know.
And now it's almost exactly the same as it was this summer. And now that person is expecting for it to be like last summer.
Because he came on strong as a friend. Too fucking strong.
Not going to walk it back.
Yep.
It's a lot of work. I did that. It's my fault. Okay. So I have coffee yesterday with a new unsuspecting, but I think all the things are there. It's meant to be dicey. It's a little shit where you eat, but that's fine. So fingers crossed. We are just so much alike. It's so refreshing to see somebody else just quirky as I am. So many things in common. All right. While we're having a great conversation, it's been very cold out lately. A homeless gentleman has a 3-foot carved cat in shrink wrap. So it hasn't been used. And he's like, hey, like totally low key, not like aggressive. People are like, no, because this is an uppity coffee shop. And she gives me a look like, that look like I should help.
I know.
And I was like, that was new. Like, he straight took that from like, somebody's alley trash. But in a good way.
Right.
So she slides over 20 and she's like, do you want it? In my mind, I'm like, I'm supposed to say yes, right? So the thing is, she didn't want to be the person that actually like did the thing, but she knew in her heart that was the right thing to do. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So what do I have to do? We're seated in the front by the door. This guy is almost all the way out to the back door, which is
it's across a big coffee shop.
Yeah, no, it's a coffee shop. So now I'm stepping it to catch up with this guy. I'm like, am I gonna miss this? So I get there in time. He's actually popping the door open, like behind him, behind to open the door for me. I'm like, hey, are you still selling that cat? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was like, will you take 20 for it? I was like, yeah. And I was like, awesome. And I was super pumped, right?
I know.
For me, I felt like I got something. And I did. I got a 3-foot tall white cat that is shrink wrap. Now I have it in my arms, like leaning it up against me, and now I gotta walk through the whole fucking coffee shop, and everybody knows what just happened because they were all silent participant, right? They were extras in this little like story. It was kind of a meet cute, which I think that is such a weird thing to say. So now I am carrying this like it's a fucking trophy in my arms with the biggest fucking smile on my face like you've ever seen. I was so excited. I was so pumped, and everyone was like, she just bought that off the homeless guy. And I was like,
Everyone felt so ashamed of themselves. They're like, shit, I should have done that.
They did, but I was pumped. I was like, yeah, yeah, we did. And so my friend was like, I'm so glad you got that. And I was like, are you kidding? I got it, but you made that happen. And I was like, you did. And I leaned in. I was like, you did a really good thing.
And you're like, I fucking love this cat.
So I gotta show it to you.
I know. I have to see it. We'll post it so you guys can see it.
It's hilarious. It's a good story.
It is. I think that's a good way to end on a positive note and doing good in the world. Yay. All right. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Honestly Smartless wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and make sure you share this episode with your besties and give us 5 stars wherever you listen. And we'll see you next time. Bye.